Hey, this is Carla, and welcome to day 2 of the 2017 Success Challenge. Today's topic is passion. So, after we start learning to master our mind, it's important that we also engage our heart. So, on the Success Foundation worksheet that I sent you, I asked you to write your mission statement, and I had a few examples, such as I teach digital entrepreneurs how to create passive income online because there is so much more to life than working a 9 to 5 job. Or I help new moms lose their baby weight because I've done it myself and I want to help others. Another one, I teach architects how to pass the LEED exam because the test has a 60 to 70% failure rate, and passing the exam adds another $20,000 to their income. Those are great mission statements. As I said, it tells who are you, what do you do, and why. So for mission statements, that's great. But now we're going to go a little deeper, because when I talk about passion, it's with a capital P. Passion. Oops. So definition of passion, according to me, is either an urgent desire and or the real reason that you do something. So when I describe an urgent desire, I'm talking about choosing a niche that you are personally interested in. You already saw the heart. So this burning heart, make it center so you can see it. So a guy recently asked me about creating a cosplay blog because he has a lot of friends who are into cosplay. And so I asked him if he was into cosplay too. And he said, no, but he sees how much money and effort and time that they put into it. So he thought it would be a good idea. But the point is, he wasn't really into it. Now, the longer you spend on any kind of online technical pursuit, there's always going to be challenges. There's going to be technical challenges, time challenges, all kinds of challenges. And if this isn't something that you're really passionate about, you're going to lose interest quickly. So it has to be, you have to choose a niche or a passion that means so much more to you that little snafus here and there will not stop you. And another thing, as I mentioned before in my definition of passion, is the real reason that you do something. I said, I teach digital entrepreneurs how to create passive income because there's so much more to life than working a 9 to 5 job. Yeah, that's great and all. And that could be a why, but not really. And I'll tell you why. During a recent webinar, one of my online teachers was telling the story of how she made her first breakthrough. She made like $250,000. And I've heard her story many times. But during this particular webinar, she showed a picture of her and her 2 kids who were under the age of 7 at the time. And they were having a video chat with her husband, who worked as a driver on the other side of the country in order to support them. Like, he couldn't get a job, times were hard. And he was able to get a job, but on the other side of the country, and she had to raise her kids by herself. And in this picture, it was her oldest son's birthday, and she was very upset that her family was apart. So as she told the story, she got really choked up and she had to fight back tears. And I had never really heard that, vulnerable side to her before, but it taught me something, because she said that was like one of her lowest moments. And she became focused on building her business in order to retire her husband so that their family would never have to be separated again. And that's when it hit me that your why, the why you do things, as in the capital W, capital H, capital Y, it has to be tied to survival. Otherwise, you'll always find reasons not to push forward. So for her why, capital W, capital H, capital Y, it was to retire her husband in order to keep her family together. Your why, it might be to be a stay-at-home mom and homeschool your kids. Or maybe you don't want to ever, go back to work after your maternity leave because you just want to stay with them. Your why might be that you hate your boss and you never want to have a job again. These are valid whys. And whatever your why is, you need to have one. And I also understand now that your why may be highly personal. So you don't have to share it with me or anyone in the group, but just make sure that your why is meaningful to you. So today's tasks, I want you to identify to yourself the real why behind what you do. And it should be highly personal, and it does not need to be shared publicly unless you want to. Now, I also want you to identify a person who you think of as passionate. That's today's touchstone. And of course, I want you to remember a specific time when you were passionate about something. What did that look like? Were you trying to raise money to go on a vacation, or whatever that was? What did that look like? And then I also want you to talk to one person in real life about the passion that led to your creating a digital product. Now, I'm not talking about telling people the ins and outs of how online marketing works, because that's only going to make people's eyes glaze over. But I want you to talk to them about, are you into building chicken coops? Are you into raising healthy kids? Like, whatever that passion is that makes you say, I want to create a digital product around that, I want you to talk to someone about it. And I want you to let us know in the group, how does that feel? So share your passion in the Facebook group and use hashtag VIP 2017. So that is our lesson for today. So of course, if you want more support, you can always find it in the Internet Famous VIP group on Facebook. If you haven't joined yet, come and join us at internetfamousvip.com/FB. And we would love to be able to give you feedback and support, and I'll be there to answer any questions. So I look forward to hearing about your passion.